um while all our experiences are so different, there's also so much of similarity as well. In the core of these things is that I think that at the root of it, we were not having conversations to begin with, and that is kind of like the root of everything. Having to figure things out for yourself, that the unnecessary trauma that comes with not being able to talk about these things openly. um yeah, it's just, and I think it's like the self-worth that we attach to it as well. Like, I don't know about your experience, Amal, but I used to attach a lot of my own self-worth to how sexually attractive I thought I was. And that was a big thing for me. That was a big thing I had to overcome, in my and I think that probably is not something that's restricted to a religious background, because we that is everywhere.
Mm.
A woman's sexuality is just everywhere. It's in the media. It's
That's patriarchy,
yeah.
baby. That's patriarchy. Like, it doesn't matter if you're from a religious background or not. Women face patriarchal oppression, and that is exactly why it doesn't matter what your background is. You have faced something like that
Mhm.
in your life because you live in a patriarchal society.
Exactly, right? It's yeah, it's like if a man says is attracted to you, then you feel attractive for the whole day or for the week. And then if like you dressed up and you went out and nobody was attracted to you, you're like, "Oh my god, I am unattractive." And I don't know at what point in my life it stopped mattering to me, and I kind of like just realized that we attach our self-worth not just to these things, like not just to who finds us attractive or not just to our sexuality, but I think when you attach your self-worth to something external, you're always going to be let down. There
Hmm.
were times in my life where I attached my self-worth to my job. So on the days that I was doing really well at work, I was like, oh my god, I'm kicking ass, I'm amazing. And then the days that were not going so well, I was like, oh my god, I'm horrible. And that is
Yeah.
just not something you can do, because these external factors are going to change all the time.
Hmm.
But that's going a bit way off topic here.
But it still
It
connects. It still
connects.
connects. And I think that, one thing that, is so hard to get past is attaching your value to external factors.
Mm,
And I think as women in particular, we are taught to always change our temperature to the temperature of the room,
yeah.
right? And we're always taught that we are obligated to make everybody around us comfortable.
Hmm.
And so that's why it's like a fuck up in our head that now we attach our value to how the external is doing, instead of how we're doing inside, right? And
Hmm.
instead of who we are and what we want to say. And that's something that is just, it's so, I don't know when it, I honestly, I have something, and it might be a little bit off topic, but I would like to say it because it I think there's a lot of women who can relate, because there's a lot of women, and a lot of, not just women, but people who own vaginas, because, gender is just a construct of society. and
Hell yeah.
and yeah, and we have beautiful trans women, we have non-binary people who have vaginas, and we have heterosis or bisexual women who have vaginas. And I think that one thing is so important to understand, is that, you know being true to who we are, we're always going to have some backlash in society. You're always going to be that, that aggressive woman, or that bossy woman, or that, you know too political person, because you're standing up for what you believe in. And you're always going to get backlash from your surroundings, from the exterior. So it's so important to build yourself up from within.